Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a tutorial on this look right here. It's using all drugstore products. I really enjoyed the way it came out. It's not a full face or anything like that, but I do have a couple of things in here that I tried for the first time. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So I'm gonna start off with brows, which I normally do off camera, but I do have a new brow product to try out. This is the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil, and I got two different colors because I've been liking to do a darker color on the outside and then a lighter color on the inside, just so that it looks more natural. And I've heard that this is like a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I'm always looking for a drugstore dupe. So I got the shade Blackest Brown and also the shade Espresso. It does come with a spoolie on one end. This is the shade Blackest Brown, the shade Espresso. It might be a little light for me, but I think it'll work. Just for reference, there is the shade Ebony by Anastasia. So I'm gonna take the shade Blackest Brown first. I think it's like a little like rougher than the Brow Wiz, but nothing worth the $21. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go in with the shade Espresso now and do the front end of my brow. I think this is really easy to work with. I feel like it's really easy to be really precise with this because it's such a tiny little pencil. I'm gonna add some brow gel just to fill in the sparse areas. I'm gonna use the Essence Make Me Brow, and I'm in the shade Browny Brows. I don't know if they even have other shades. I've not seen other shades. Would really like to have an ashier shade, honestly. I'm pretty satisfied with the way my brow looks. The eyeshadow palette I'm using isn't new or anything. I do know Wet n Wild came out with a lot of new stuff. I did go to CVS to try to pick up some of it, but most of the stuff they had was like from their Pump line or whatever, the one they did in collaboration with Cassie Ho. Supposed to be an active makeup wear line. So that really didn't interest me a lot, so I didn't pick any of that up. I do really want to try out their foundation stick. So as soon as that comes into a store near me, I'm definitely gonna pick that up. I am gonna go into their Coloricon Not a Basic Peach palette. I did already prime my eyes with the Smashbox primer. I'm gonna go into the shade that's labeled Transition, and I'm gonna set my lids with that. Wet n Wild shadows are pretty powdery and have a lot of kick up, but they're so inexpensive and they're so pigmented and blend so well. I mean, I don't personally care about kick up that much anyway, unless it's like a subculture situation. I'm gonna go into this bottom shade labeled Transition and just buff that all over my crease. I am really wanting to try the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir foundation. Everyone has been saying they love it. Even people with oily skin say they like it. But every time I go to the store, they're like sold out of my shade. The next time I go and I see my shade, I'm gonna pick it up because I really want to try it. Now I'm gonna go into this orange shade right here. They did come out with some more palettes that are like this style. I'm pretty curious about them. The one I have I'm really satisfied with, Rose in the Air, everyone says is a dupe for the Modern Renaissance palette, and I thought about picking that up. I was gonna pick up the Milani Must Have Mattes palette, but it was sold out at my Walmart. I just feel like I'm having a hard time finding that in person. Going into the darker shade right here, I'm gonna put that in my outer V. I'm gonna be really careful about it because it's very pigmented. I'm gonna take this purple shade. I'm gonna use my finger. I'm just gonna put that all over the lid. Does it look bad? I don't feel like I see any of the gold glitters on there. Let me try to use a flat shader brush for this. I don't hate this. I think it looks pretty good. I'm just gonna leave it like this. I know it's not super intense. I think it makes a really nice gradient, so we're just gonna leave it like that. I'm just gently gonna go back into the orangey shade right here. Very lightly blend out the edges just so that we make sure we have a good gradient. I'm gonna deepen up that dark brown just a hair. The purple is starting to blend away. Like the way it looks for the most part, but I want it to be like a little bit more vibrant. I don't want to use a glitter glue. Maybe I'll just spray my brush. I don't even know if that helped. The purple pigment itself seems to be a little patchy. It's like the glitter is like chunking up and it's not even. So it's making the shadow look patchy even though it's not. I'm gonna go back into that very first transition shade we used and just blend out the edges. Clean up this fallout now. I actually really like the way this looks, the purples and the oranges. I do think that yes, the purple could be more intense if you used a glitter glue. I just went ahead and primed my face with the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot primer and the Smashbox Primerizer. And I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I'm gonna mix it with this white foundation because mine is too dark. I have the shade Desert Beige. That's too dark. Okay. I am gonna go in with concealer. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer in the shade Light Medium Beige. I like hardly ever reach for this concealer, and I'm not sure why. I was using the medium peach shade a lot for no makeup days, and now I don't really do no makeup days anymore. I just don't wear makeup. I just kind of forgot about this concealer. That definitely lightened up things nicely, and I think that everything looks like it matches way better now, so thank God. I am gonna go in with a setting powder that is new to me. I don't know if it's new, but this is the Milani Make It Last setting powder in the shade 03 Translucent Banana. I was excited to see this. They did have a translucent, but I kind of don't use translucent powders anymore. It has one of those turn dials. It looks a little dark. I think it's darker than most of my other banana powders. Okay. No, that's not too dark. It looks a lot darker in the pan. I don't know. The packaging is really messy because it's a loose powder and there's no way for it to not be messy. I'm gonna brush it away. Hopefully it doesn't like clump up or do anything weird. And I'm gonna spread it to the rest of my face. I like the powder, it was good. I feel like the color is just throwing me off a little bit. I feel like it's a little dark. Maybe if I was a little bit darker, like maybe in the summer this would be a better color for me. But I feel like I still like my Makeup Revolution one and my LA Girl one better just because of the color. Let's zoom in and finish up the lower lash line. I'm gonna take that first transition shade and buff that under my lower lash line. I'm gonna be really careful with this because I know how pigmented this is. I'm actually gonna pinch this brush to be even smaller. I'm just gonna take the dark brown shade right here, push it closer to my lower lash line on a pencil brush, but I only bring it about halfway in so that that inner corner stays open looking. This light shade in here and highlight my brow bone and inner corner with that. Wow, that really is brightening up the inner corner. I'm going to curl my lashes and then add some mascara and then we'll finish up the face. I just don't have a drugstore bronzer that isn't the Physicians Formula one that I love. I use the butter bronzer every single time I do my makeup. If I'm using another bronzer, I've gone out of my way to use it. If you have another drugstore recommendation, you know, let me know. But honestly, this is the best one I've found so far. I was so happy to hear that they came out with some more shades. I mean, just look at it. Over here, she's plain, not doing well. Over here, she's glowing, she's doing good. For blush, I was gonna go in with Milani Luminoso, but I don't think it's gonna go with this look. So I think I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild one in Mellow Wine. I think it'll go better. For highlighter, there is a lot of glitter in this shade, but I noticed that the glitters don't tend to transfer a lot. So I'm gonna take that and use that as a highlighter because you guys know I love when my highlight matches my brow bone highlight. I actually really like that. I was afraid there was gonna be a lot of glitter, but I just like tapped my brush off. Let's take this down the center of the face. Just gonna blend everything together really quick, barely, and just go over my whole face. For lips, I do have a couple of new lip products that I purchased. These are from Target. This is from the brand Defy and Inspire, and they had this big display up and it had like all these lipsticks, and then next to it was a nail polish that I guess was like supposed to complement or match it, and they were buy one get one half off, so I picked up two. I got the shades Checkmate and Laugh a Latte. I have already tried Checkmate. So here is Checkmate and then here is ColourPop What's Your Sign. They're not dupes. I thought they were when I put this on because I was like, hello. It looks just like it. They're not dupes, so they're really, really close. But honestly, I would say just go with the ColourPop one. I think it's actually cheaper. Laugh a Latte, I'll just go ahead and swatch it as well. It turned out to be way pinkier than it looks in the tube. I was a little disappointed by these colors, to be honest, because I don't usually wear pinky pinks like this. I think the shade Checkmate will look good. It's a little light for this look, I think. What do you guys think? It's nothing special. If you're at Target and you really like these colors, they don't really look like this to me, because you can't swatch them, that's the thing. I'm gonna take this Pacifica Power of Love Natural Lipstick. I used to wear these all the time. This was in the shade Sweet One. They have a drier formula, so just be warned of that. Unless mine's expired. I mean, that's very possible. Okay, that's pretty. I'm just gonna finish it off with some Milani Make It Last setting spray. That is it for this video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked this look. I actually ended up liking the way it turned out a lot. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Oh no, my hair just went right in that. Gross. Did I really just make a mess with that?